Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is Thanksgiving week, which is really, really exciting. Not everybody celebrates Thanksgiving. I remember when David and I moved to Nashville from Sweden, they were like, how do you celebrate Thanksgiving in Sweden? And we were like, most people don't. But we do, because my family's American, so there's that. I'm doing this thing this week that I thought, you know what? Everybody should do this once in a while. I'm doing a week of gratitude. So this week being Thanksgiving week, every day I am choosing one thing to write down and say I'm grateful for, and then to just sit and think about how grateful I am for it and how happy it makes me. And just thanking whoever you want to thank, thanking God, thanking life for being just amazing. Just living in that gratitude, I think, is really important to stop, because a lot of times we get stuck on the things that are hard and difficult, and we forget that there are a lot of things that we can be super grateful for. So yesterday we did this thing here at home, which we've been meaning to do for a very, very long time. Was it yesterday? Maybe it was the day before. Yeah, it was Saturday, because it's Monday today. So Saturday, we moved the TV. It's been like a year and a half since we switched the couches around, and we were like, yes, the TV will go here. For some reason, the TV didn't go there. It just kind of stayed where it was on the other wall for over a year. But so we finally moved the TV and have rearranged things down here, and it's so cool to just feel like, you know what? It doesn't necessarily have to cost any money at all to redo stuff and make your space feel good and feel great. So what we did was, well, we moved the TV. That was step one. And then I was up in the attic and I was like, you know what? Oh, I love this wall hanging that we got from my uncle in New Mexico. And we got these carpets from David's grandma, and just like all these things that we ended up putting together and kind of changing things around. It's been really, really cool. To be completely fair, we didn't get the wall hanging from Uncle Mike. My parents did a bunch of years ago. And when I migrated out of their house, it kind of went with me. So I'm also grateful that my parents haven't called me out on it and wanted it back. Mom and Dad, if you want it back, we'll talk about it. The one thing that we did buy that I am so grateful for is this thing for Scarlett. Hey, don't cut my legs. It's your new poo palace.
I don't know what stuff is on it. It's freaking me out.
If you guys want to get one for your cat, I'll put in a link down below. It's from Amazon. Just updating things a little bit, like getting the rooms, even the bathroom looking nice, means so much. This month, I am just totally getting sucked into writing and doing writing sprints and things like that, getting book 2, at least the first draft of it, done. And just like with the first snow and everything, I have been so sucked into like major hibernation introverting mode, and I love it. Just making our home cozy and awesome for winter season, you know, just being inside and enjoying it to the max. So I mentioned the other day that I was going to talk a little bit about my medication journey, I guess, with all of my different chronic illnesses and things like that. So where the heck did I start off? I'm thinking if we back it up to, what year can it have been? Well, whenever it was, when I first got my diagnosis for Crohn's disease. They put me on Azicol. I don't know what the active thing in that is, but they were huge pills that I had to take a bunch of them, and they didn't really help all that much, unfortunately. So I was really, really sick at that point with my stomach and everything like that. My immune system was attacking my body. After that didn't work, they put me on infusions every, was it like 4 to 6 weeks, something like that in between. And it was infusions of infliximab. I think that is or was Remicade, and that they've changed the name of that to something else. And Remicade was really good because it was both effective for my stomach. So the gastro doctors were like, yay. But on the other hand, I also, they found out, have another kind of thing that's combined. So it's called IBD associated arthritis. So it's basically, even if my tummy's not flaring, my joints can be flaring, which sucks. But what was really good was that the infliximab was really great, and was working pretty good. Like I was doing okay. What happened then was COVID and the pandemic, and with all of that, I was wigging out a little bit. I'm going to be completely honest, and with the whole, I have a tendency to not want to go to doctors if I don't have to, even if I have to. So that was really stupid of me. There's been a lot of things going on with my illnesses and things like that around these things, but I'm not going to go into detail about that. This is just the medication journey. So basically what happened with that was everybody was staying home. Nobody was going anywhere. People were scared of infections and things like that. And I didn't book any new times for my infusions. I don't know why I did this. It was really, really stupid. And at that point, I was unmedicated for quite a while. And for a while, I was like, you know what, I'm doing fine. I'm good. It's all good. And then it was not good. Then we're back to it not being good. And my health was really, really going downhill. And I called the rheumatologist, because it was through them I was getting the infusions, and I said, hey, I need my medicine because I need it, which I do. And they said, cool, and got me a new time. So I went in, got the infusion, and a bit of time went by. I can't really remember how much, but I woke up one morning and I could not stand on my leg. I was in so much pain. It was like really, really bad. And I had to go into the hospital. They admitted me. They were trying to figure out what was going on. I couldn't move. There was some fluid in my joint. So of course they cortisoned that and stuff. After a ton of blood work and about a week in the hospital, they said, you know what? Let's test and see if you've got antibodies for this or whatever. And it turns out, because I had been off the Remicade for so long, when I started up on it again, my body was like, no. We've got antibodies against this. So basically I had screwed myself over and I couldn't take Remicade anymore. So that sucked. And instead they put me on Hyrimoz. So basically it's a shot that I have to take every other week in my leg or my stomach. I choose leg because that feels a little bit less scary to me. And I give that shot to myself. So do not mess around with your medication. When the doctor says take it, because you don't want to end up in the hospital and not able to walk. So the newest thing I would say, I mean, these past, I would think maybe 2 years, something like that. I've been having major issues actually with the same hip, which has sucked. In all of this, I've also been diagnosed with fibromyalgia, which sucks. And the tricky thing with that is that my fibro kind of works as an amplifier for other things. So if I've got arthritis pain, the fibro's like, I'm here. I can make it better or worse. So basically it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, let's just amp the pain up a bit. So major issues walking because I do have some arthritis in my hip, in my left hip. And that has been hurting really, really bad. So I've been doing physiotherapy for it, water gymnastics. Is that what you like? I don't know. I call it my aquatic extravaganza, but that's been really good. Building up muscles and things like that around it. But my rheumatologist said, you know what? I don't think you need a new hip, which is good. I'm happy. Not yet. My hips don't lie. So she was saying, you don't need a new hip now, but your arthritis is, no, your fibro is amplifying the pain. Have you ever considered medicating your fibromyalgia? And I'm like, I've been asking my GP for this for ages, and nobody's gone there. So I started taking amitriptyline this past summer, and I do notice a change. I have stopped taking the heavy duty painkillers because they were giving me oxycodone and they were giving me tramadol for when it was really bad. And I was always very, very hesitant to take them because I know that they can be addictive and I don't want to go there. But on the other hand, like, what's the alternative? Paracetamols don't cut it. So I started taking the amitriptyline, and the question was, is this going to work? And I honestly think that it has. Like, it has, there are a few things that I need to point out. It is a bit of a wonky way to get on it. It was a little bit strange. It was very much like I'd take the pills and then half an hour later I was like, woo, totally floopy, and couldn't keep my balance and things like that. That has passed. Once in a while I'll feel a bit loopy, and it'll help me sleep better, which is a big thing. It has helped me sleep better because I've had a really difficult time sleeping because of pain. And this has, with the amitriptyline, it has helped me to fall asleep and to stay asleep. So that is really good. However, the biggest and most difficult thing I find is the morning, which is why I need to take the medicine around 8 if I'm gonna get up at 7. Because like if I take it too late, when I wake up, I have a difficult time moving. I feel, yeah, like floored, 420 floored. So it's I think that it's really good. I've noticed that after I take it, I have to make sure that I have enough time to wake up properly and that I'm not like having to rush. Once or twice, like I've woken up from something that needs attention, like the cat or something like that in the middle of the night, waking up from the cat wanting out or something. And I tried to get out of bed and I'll be like, woo, can't keep my balance. So that's a little bit, but on the other hand, I do find that like days where I have done a lot, like done too much, the days, you guys know the days where you've used more spoons than you have, and it kind of puts you into flare mode. I've noticed that my flares don't last as long. I'm not saying that they don't happen, but I feel like my recovery is faster. And that in itself is really, really worth something to me. So all in all, I would say I absolutely think that the amitriptyline has done something and that it is working in a way for me. I still deal with a lot of pain. That's just how it is. And I do rely on things like my heated pads, my compression gloves, those things. I've made a list before on my favorite fibro kit and things like that. I can link the video down below if you guys want to watch that, because you're, you know, interested in seeing what you can do on your own. And I think that that is a big thing for me. Like, what can I do on my own? Because I'm sorry, and I appreciate doctors a lot, but it is tricky to get the right medication. It is tricky to get a doctor that will actually listen to you and not gaslight you and make you feel like you're delusional. So medication is important, and it is really, really good. But as I've said before, one thing isn't going to fix everything. You kind of have to go at it in different angles. So with it being Thanksgiving week and all of this, I am grateful that there is medication. I am grateful for the advances that have happened in the field of medicine that make it possible for me to get medicine. And I am grateful that I live in a place where I can get it as well. I'm taking a week of daily gratitude, writing one thing down every day this week, and just sitting with that gratitude for a while. And I would love to hear what you guys are grateful for, because I know there's got to be something. So if you have something that you can think of, just write down below. What are you grateful for? What are you thankful for this week? I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.